IG. Lewis James is right behind of this boulder. Trying to see if they can get shots, but Sem9 and I believe this is Tidak Esports. They're just trading people, but in the end, it's 2 knocks on the side of Sem9. But unfortunately, Tidak loses 1 player. And now this is a 4 versus 3. But unfortunately, if Dark System goes down by the hands of Tidak, they're gonna be eliminated off of this map, of this first map. But right now, it looks like Dark System's hiding pretty well. But it's not gonna be like that forever because they're trying to see if they can take some players down on the side of Tidak.
Oh, yeah, they are getting all those knockouts done. Vampire Esports, we saw them. This is the team that got the chicken dinner, but it is still on the second page of the chart. So Vampire Esports, they do need to get some decent number of eliminations done, and that's exactly what they're doing. In the meanwhile, Sem9 is definitely going to get eliminated. Todak in the front lines. Vampire Esports, Mela so far with the DBS in the hand. S12K is going to take him down. The second player might also get taken down as well. But that a single grenade from the TDK. In fact, their own player got the demise on this team and gave enough momentum for the
players of VD. Actually, no, this is a different place. VD storming in with Bigatron, immediately opening that door and getting shot down. And Ryzy is out here at the porch. I mean, in the balcony. Down that staircase, throwing some grenades, but in the end, it's a VD who will be knocked down. Actually, that was an RRQ on another side of the map. There are 2 concurrent engagements going on, but Bigatron Esports and VD are definitely battling it out inside of this house. VD loses 1 player to a grenade shot. Federalis outside of this door, throwing a Molotov. Wow, great shot there. And with that, VD gets eliminated by the hands of Bigatron.
Oh my god. Another elimination. Another team completely wiped out of the scenario. But RRQ close to the Bigatron Esports. Grenade is being cooked. The DBS in the hand. RRQ cooking that grenade. But they are the one that's going to get cooked by Malik. Beautiful grenade. Decent connectivity, but ZMJJ, KK, now it's up to you. It's up to you. Cook the grenade. The other team is also cooking the grenade. It's back and forth going on. BTR, they're actually going to give the grenade to their own team member, and that's where the demise is going to start from. Bigatron, they're going to lose 1, 2, and 3 of their players. RRQ comes from the backside. Grenade is being cooked. It's going to be thrown. Nobody's going to get damage from that. So something, Brendia, you have to do. You have healed yourself. 75% HP. Once again, the grenade is going to do the damage on you. Now you're going to move forward with the S12K. It's an S12K versus an S12K going on. 8 bullets versus maybe 10 bullets. 7 bullets now. 6. And there we go. The shots, the backside shots are coming in from. You have to rush. You have to push from this point onward. You have to go into the teams. Federalis is going to get 1 player from MVK out right with this. MVK Esports Superman, the only guy alive in this particular situation, is going to go forward. S12K versus the DBS. MVK is going to win it out. MG and Vikings.
Definitely there. The qualification is not going to be that easy. But for now, Vampire Sports fighting for that qualification, takes that leap of faith. There's a player of BTR in front of them. Tony K has that shotgun in his hand, shuts down the player, and he's going to eliminate him as well. But once again, finds another player, and he was not good enough. BTR, 2 of the players are down, and now Vampire Esports, they have this obvious domination going on. A 2v4 situation for BTR, and I don't think so that they can pull it off because BTR, the problem is there, and on the other side, Vampire Esports, they will not let you clutch this situation now.
I don't think so. BTR have a chance. They're pretty dispersed out. 2 players away from the knocked out players. One is already finished. The other one is just counting the numbers, how long you're gonna stay in the match. Obviously, Team Vampire, they'll make sure that they confirm the elimination point. But the guy is somewhat close to the player and getting revived out. The cover fire on the back line is kind of been helping these 2 players to stay alive for this long. But let's see if Vampire will be able to trade them with the utility. But we have to take down the ZMJKK first if they want to get this thing done. But oh my God, Mela pushes forward, but you know the kind of success he was hoping, he couldn't get that. BTR there reset once again. Nades come in, low on HP players pushing forward. Another cover fire from ZMJKK, and Vampire is down to 2-man standing, and a lot of utility will be thrown, and the Tony K low on HP as well. Another nade will be traded. Let's see if it will bring any kind of good news for these guys. But VPE Tony K got to make sure that he res up his player so they can have 3-man standing to go against this BTR squad. BTR definitely will heal up. They will be pushing forward. They know that at the moment Vampire is a little bit bruised. They are in a damage in a pickle situation.
God.
But there
What's
you go, Gong for a long way down. We'll make sure the Vampire player is down. It's a 2v3 situation now. Tables have turned, and now Vampire is on the receiving end. At the same time, there's a third party going on, and BTR have to make sure that they keep themselves in a situation where they are safe while taking this fight. 2 versus 2. Another time, BTR, Malak Big is also knocked out. Another nade goes in. BTR Kong taking down one more. Player was hiding right next to the door, and it made sure the player that is entering will have it difficult for him. And there you go, Tony K starting the brawl and finishing it in a style.
Those teams to finish their loot and start rotation, but if you look towards all these teams out there, they're still focused to get those loots out there. But RRQ indulging themselves into a fight against Team PB. Some trades are going back and forth. Once again, BTR joining in that third party. They heard those gunshots out there. Now they will probably try to slam in, but the spray was insane by Risey. He takes down 2 players, and now he's moving forward with that buggy, and Team BTR is going for a third party. That's what we were expecting from this team. They need those elimination numbers. They need all those elimination numbers that they can get, but this third party has to be correct. They do not need to make any mistakes out there. But BTR, this was a mistake. That was overcommitment out there. RRQ confirms those elimination numbers with the grenade, but BTR, they lost 1 player in that process.
Yeah, and it's going to be unfortunate here for the set of playbook, as they were the ones that initiated the fight up against Rex, Regom, Kion, and now they're going to be down the trail, out of the way, but we got to move on to the next. The Rangers here putting themselves into the mixture up against Alter Ego. Nate's flying by, 1 player hitting it from the top side, and it's going to be Rangers having the opportunity to find a reset here for one of their teammates. Smoke's going to get deployed in the process, and it's going to be Jappy as well extended from the top side here to provide the coverage that they need. Alter Ego, Eris are going to be eliminated from the scene as well.
Absolutely, Rangers this time around, they eliminate Alter Ego, and once again some upsets are going on. Alter Ego, they did its match, they need to qualify, they need to be in the top 7, but Rangers coming in with their 4
on top in this very case. But we get to see smokes deployed all across the vicinity, and it is just all to come down to the first initial opener. Here's Grange leads the way.
Oh my god,
but unfortunately the nade connects there. Jibna confused on what to do. The nade's gonna get cooked once again here from the side of Tony K. Jibna is next to it now. A barrage of nades and lethals will be coming to your way, and it's just the players of RNG back against the wall. Can't find any breathing room in this very clash, and now we get to see Tony K pushing it up now from the backside. Has B-Pump here to go for the rundown, but unfortunately can't find the angle, but has 2 players down to the ground to go for this elimination. Securement is there, confirmation comes true. Last player arrived from the side of RNG, trying to be the last glimmer of hope. Jibna drops down, sprays in, tags up now, double challenge, finds 1, able to get a reset, sprays in, and looking to go for the clutch, but unfortunate for him, he is tagged all away. But Vampire Esports slowly but surely is what trampling up and within. It's a big fight.
Oh my god!
RNG,
oh my god,
the window.
They got taken down 1 by 1, but once again, man oh man, what a performance by Jibna. The entire team needs to get that credit, but specifically Jibna was insane. He was better than everybody. Tem 9, if you look towards all those teams who are fighting for the qualification, on those 6, 7, 8 or 9 spot, even on the 10, those compounds, they will probably wait for them to get out, as these compounds are not inside the zone, and any of those teams who are holding those comp areas was cleared by Talent Sports, but they have no clue about Wine Donkeys who can be deadly for any of those teams out there. But for now, Feta Gaming, they spotted one of the players, and now they have the idea that maybe some other players of Wine Donkeys are also there.
Yeah, and in the process,
create some sort of success for themselves. MVK been, the target this time around, being the victim, but at the same time, MVK, they are also fighting back. One of the players is also knocked out on the side of Rangers. Another player down, 2 shotgun knocks. At the same time, third party happening from the side of BDR. BDR is not making any sort of, I would say, difference in making sure that both of these teams getting hurt in the process. Rangers, they have 3 of their players knocked out, 2 now, and BTR is pushing forward. Now, at the same time, in the kill feed, VPE taking down Boom. Boom is losing their players right, left, and center.
yeah, and wherever they look, it's just, squads putting them down to the ground. Can't find any breathing room here. Only a singular player that they gotta rely on. But now Ranger, Jappy finds the nade. Not gonna be able to get the connection, not just yet. And it's a pretty tough call here, but obviously I think Jappy is just looking to buy as much time. But the nade flies in, connection right there, but not enough to put him down to the ground. PTR looking to be in control here so far. Under their ordinance is the player of Rangers.
Oh, what a nade!
Malak Big finds the nade, finds range once again. Utter frustration here for the players of Rangers.
It is. They cannot, they're not getting a break right away. They finish the fight with the MVK, and right away BTR capitalizing on the situation, seeing their opposition is hurt, and they are just rubbing further on the I would say onto the situation. There you go, BDR pushing forward. It's Rangers, Subman in the midst of all this chaos pushing forward. BTR, 2 of the players are knocked out. Now pushing forward, let's see if Rangers will get any sort of success. Subman with a mini 14 in hand. It's a single fire weapon. It will make it difficult for him to actually capitalize, but at the same time, Rangers should confirm all those knocked out players if they want to have a chance of surviving. But there you go, VPE pushing forward as well. Another third party coming on this small compound, making it way more suffocating for the side of Rangers. Only 2 players, 1 player alive. Jibna is also knocked out, pushed forward. There you go, Molotov already connected, and BTR getting their final player eliminated as well. BTR leaving the game on 12 spot only with R. Otherwise, he wouldn't be sitting on this side of the staircase. And there you go. As I said, Boom Bomb, go ahead, went ahead and confirmed the elimination as well. And there you go. First casualty on the side of BG, another knocked out player as well, and will be confirmed by Federales. There you go, BG, they're getting engaged from both of the sides. Now, BTR, they're playing...
But looking at the map, it looks like RRQ and VD are also going at it at each other.
There you go, RRQ, 2 of their players are also knocked out. Same goes for VD. VD, 1 player is lone HP, 1 is knocked out as well. There you go, RRQ, some support coming their way, and still they're trying to get a hold of the situation, like what exactly is going on the side of VD. VD only have 1 player knocked out. RRQ, they cannot take this kind of, I would say, aggressive take on this very situation. But there you go, VD, they're falling apart as well. 2 players down on the side of VD. On the back lines, we have Yangon Galacticos keeping an eye on the whole situation. We'll make sure that they confirm their fair share of the fight. But Yangon, they are in a position where they cannot make much.
We're looking Alter Ego right now. They have their eyes on another squad, but I don't think any of those bullets connected and dealt any damage.
There you go. In the meanwhile, Master Ichi still hurting the squad of Boom, and there you go, Master Ichi. He knocked 1 player out, and Bomb, thank you to Bomb.
For everyone else, I think, including Team Secret right here, yeah, they definitely have to do something about that. But Team Secret, oh my gosh, Summer was just standing there. I mean, sitting there in their car, waiting for someone to shoot them down. I mean, Talon Esports was just right there. But of course, we're taking a look at Talon Esports. There's still 1 elimination in on this map. They're playing bumper cars right now.
Left to the final player. And there you go, Romeo Boy is trying to make his way out of the whole situation, but RQ, they are pretty focused. They want to get rid of this final player, and Romeo Boy won't be able to.
Not sure where Shield is going, honestly. But yeah, he's turning around and making themselves a big target for Bigatron Esports. Federalis gets those shots in, and some 9 Dark System, I think they got finished off as well by the hands of EA. So this is like 3 different squads, Bigatron being the third party in this situation. But for the side of Bigatron Esports, they only have a 1 elimination, so they're definitely gonna have to step up and get those kills.
Definitely backstab on the side of Sem9, EA, making sure that they confirm those eliminations that are being served on a silver platter. But at the same time, BTR, they made the move at the right time when Talon was least expecting, because they just confirmed the players of Team Secret a moment ago. And now they were kind of, you know, feeling alright, feeling distressed. But meanwhile, BTR had different plans for them. They just came in with the big surprise. But now, BTR, they have a good position, still in the circle. Edge of the circle, I would say. They have to go through Talon. Talon losing 2 of their players. One of the players knocked out, and I think will be rezzed up. It's a 3 versus 4 situation. BTR, one of the players is knocked out. Another damage being dealt from the side of Adralis, but it's not enough, I would say. Still, BTR, they have to be cautious. That fight was totally expected. Todok and PBM, they had to stand out for quite a time. Stand up for quite a time. Apartment is not in a good position unless the circle is on you, but PPS and VP, you know, PPS getting damage from the side of VPE, BTR, Bigatron, Talon, and VPE. VPE still 4-man standing. That's quite, I would say, strong position for them to make it through and get the winner chicken dinner. But at the same time, VPE taking down ZMJKK from the side of BTR. BTR, they cannot afford a player loss in this, you know, stage of the game. It's stage 6. Still, there's plenty of space to play from, but at the same time, VPE giving a lot of damage on the side of BTR, and there you go. It's a big spray going through, a lot of damage being dealt. The reload from the side of Genola, otherwise it would have been, you know, the final moment for BTR.
I mean, looking at VPE, they have the numbers advantage, but it looks like PBMS decided to give away their elimination towards the blue zone rather than, you know, to another team. But looking here, we're seeing grenades coming in, bombarding Bigatron Esports. But Bigatron, slowly but surely, their health is depleting, and I don't like where their location is. I mean, everyone else, Vampire Esports, they have the high ground, and they definitely have a lot. Oh man, the tables turned actually, and Vampire Esports takes a lot of damage. 1 down on their side, but it's not a confirmation just yet. So over here, we're looking at Ryzy trying to go in, trying to see if they can get a closer look, and with a grenade in hand. Question is, will it connect? Will it connect? No, it will not result into any knocks. On the other hand, he gets knocked down.
He gets knocked out himself, but I would say it was a very brave.
Because I think they have the upper hand at this point. They have the numbers advantage. They have the locations advantage. They have the control over the map. And BTR! Malak Beak is immortal, man! I mean, come on. But yeah, Shields, I think they spotted Nordlys all alone up in the hill.
There is a possibility, but Nordlys will get confirmed. But this was a mistake from the side of Boysil, and it will put Talon again into the bold move, have to res up his player. At the same time, Malak with a good nade, and Mela gets knocked out. This was something that I was expecting from the side of Malak Big, because he can make things a little difficult for the side of Vampire. Vampire, they cannot afford to lose 1 more player, but Malak still in a very good position. Mela going back, and this will give plenty of time for the players of Talons to res up Boycell. Shields, resin up Boycell, and there you go again in position where they can have to make it into the circle. He's kind of on the edge of the circle, but there you go. What a shot! What a way to take down the players of VPE. It's down to the last man standing. Talon, I think they will be confirming this elimination point for themselves, and it will be a 10th point, and there you go, 2-point match for these guys. Confirmation, and it's a winner chicken.
And yeah, it's kind of crazy though. I mean, approaching 7 minutes already inside of this game, and finally get to see another casualty happening up front. And this is gonna be Sem9 here, having a trade-off up against the Rangers. Sem9 gets dropped down to 2 players. Rangers, on the contrary, already losing 1 of their players as well. The nade flies in, and it's just Superboy here trying to be the superhero for the squad. But unfortunately, the Rangers from the backside able to get the flank.
Finally, we can see Talon Esports. They're inside this building, and yep, up there's EA lurking about on the 2nd floor. Boychill, unfortunately, those shots aren't gonna connect, but on the other hand, Secrets throws a grenade as YBF finishes them off with some bullets, but it's not over just yet. Up the staircase, 1 versus 1, knockdown on EA. And with that, I think Talon Esports, they have 2 eliminations so far. They can go ahead and revive shields, but out for at least a spot in at least number 7. So this is gonna be pretty interesting.
Waited out, Voindunki, Indonesians. Here, Zeta 5 alongside Tree, Triple X, but hey.
For those last few points that really matter and try to change their fate in leaderboards. But right now we're looking at Yangon Galacticos, and there's another squad at the high ground at this point. But grenades coming in. Romeo Boy has the grenades in. Try to cook some eliminations up. Alter Ego at the distance. I think Cloud's trying to move in and try to close the distance between them, but it'll be...
Oh, they're still a very promising squad here. So we go back though towards Seedle, and they're going to be fighting the players here up across, and it is going to be Speed Mars trying to get the first and last blood, but unfortunately for him, Godspeed from
no reason. But yeah, I mean, we have free will, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. But we're going back to Yangon Galacticos, and there's VD at the distance. But taking a look at the kill feed, I think Bigatron finds their own engagements as well. And we're seeing Kibo to Kibo from Boom Esports. They spot AE. I guess AE kind of ran out of the Paradise Resort, and they're trying to rotate into the safe zone. But Boom Esports, they're thinking of gatekeeping this area towards the distance. There's Burmese ghouls as well, actually. And with that, I think we're down to 7 teams left and 17 players standing. Make that 6 with BG getting eliminated as well. So we have the top runners finally off of the table, and now it's just up to YG, number 4. I think they're gonna go ahead and try to I think Vampire Esports here. We lost the rankings, but yeah, basically Vampire Esports, they need a lot of those points. Kibo to Kibo goes down by the hands of Razy from Bigatron Esports. Taking a look at Bigatron Esports, they have 3 eliminations, finding their 4th just now against Boom Esports. And so with that, I mean, they're full squad, so they have a pretty good chance of bagging this winner chicken dinner.
Because RRQ. Well, Viper Esports still looking to provide a statement there as Mela able to get the spray down right across. But has to worry about the 3 players from the side of Bigatron here. It's up front as well. Vehicle will be used. Falling back away. Really happening here, Annie.
Yeah, lots of things can happen. Mela rather is quite low on health, so I'm a bit worried for them. But yeah, taking a look at this, Mela finally gets knocked down. And taking a look at MVKE, what are they up to? And so they're still up in the running. I think they're quite low on the leaderboard, so they definitely need these eliminations. And some bullets were definitely connecting, but it's not going to be enough. And right now, they're doing quite well. They have 6 eliminations in their bag, but unfortunately, they're down to 2 players as well. But taking a look at the rest of the team that's still up in the running, Boom Esports all alone, and they get picked off.
Still 5 squads remaining here. Big L spray down from the set of Yankon. Galactico, Murnat Boy finds Ganola out from the side of Vampire Esports, and it's going to be leaving with VPE with only 1 player to rely on here for this very round. King Kibo finds 1 as well against BTR, and it's looking to be a quad standoff of 1v1s. Only YG has 2 players right now up on the ground. He got the most eliminations as well. Nordlees sprays down. Good for 2! YG is out! And it's going to be a 1v1v1v1, especially if MVK can...
To go ahead and revive one of their players. Yep, they got the revive, but the question is, will they heal up? But Boom Esports says goodbye, and now we're down to 3 teams. This is Vampire Esports, Bigatron here, and hopefully they get this kill, because all they have to worry about is 2 solo players. So, grenades in, none of them connecting, however.
Oh, inside of the zone, ZMJ, JKK. Better look at it. If you play your cards right, just let them deal with each other, but the nade connects. ZMJK throws in, sprays out, finds Nordlees away. Now it's a 1v2 between ZMJK up against the 2 players of MVK, but the nade flies by, and it's gonna be MVK finding